I think I look pretty good with this filter. Imagine if I look like this. Would you still learn? Would you still learn Korean from me? Ow. But no one watching on YouTube. Oh, look at that. There are some olives in my panini. Ow. Yes, I would learn from you. Well, what is stopping you guys from learning from me right now? Right? I am, despite our shenanigans, we are real Korean teachers. We offer private and group classes. Oh, Bumsem is on YouTube, guys. So if you want to talk with Bumsem, then he is watching on YouTube. He's tuned in on YouTube. Hello, real, yeah. I bet you this is a topic that a lot of people are wondering about. Let me finish this. Oh. Oh. And get down to business. Bee's knees, as they say. Need one of these. Your lashes look crazy with this filter. I don't just have dad jokes stored up in my head. They have to come out naturally. Minsem, you were eating during the previous live and still eating? Yes. I'm eating something else now. So, do with that information as you will. Oh, 배불러. Who's Phelps? Phelps. Michael Phelps? 자, guys, head on over to YouTube if you want. Bumsem is also there. We're going to be talking a little bit about how to approach Korean learning. How you can, tips that you can implement to become a more efficient and effective Korean learner. You know, a lot of these tips aren't just going to be for Korean specifically. These tips are also going to apply if you want to learn a new skill, but more so if you're trying to learn a new language. Why is everyone seducing you in the comments? Who seduced me? Hi from Colombia. Hello. Hi. Hello from Dallas. Anyway, join Mallo, right? Yes. Tip number 1. Oh, okay. Let's change to my whiteboard page. Change to my... Tip number 1. Hafsashi, you are absolutely right. You are absolutely right. Tip number 1. Well, we're on there. Okay. Okay. There we go. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Hello from Japan. Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa, my brothers. 자, tip number 1. Join Mallo Academy. Great tip. Join Mallo. Why Mallo? Because we're fun. And you know, the first tip of learning a new skill effectively, you got to have fun. You've got to have fun. Right, fuck this. Not going well. Not going well. There's too much lag on my computer. I will abandon writing. Oh, purple. Oh, purple. Maybe I take a poo-poo break. Anyway, first of all, have fun. Have fun learning a new language. I'm guessing most of you started learning Korean as a hobby. As a hobby, right? So if nothing else, have fun while you're learning. 안녕하세요, 알파카 씨. Welcome to the YouTube live. But in all seriousness, what is important when we are learning Korean? 자, real tip number one. Real tips that you can implement today to get more efficient at learning Korean. 자, 첫 번째는 이거예요. 한글. Very tedious, unfortunately, but you got to be able to speak, you got to be able to read and write Hangul if you want to get good at speaking Korean. If you want to get fast at reading and at learning Korean, then the foundations, unfortunately, is this Hangul. Hangul is a phonetic alphabet system. It's a so let's talk a little bit about the history of Hangul. 자, a long time ago, back when Korean people had the worst beards, scrawny beards, magnificent hats, and were walking around in hanbok. We could only speak, well, the writing system was only in Hanja, which is the Sino Chinese system, which meant that only people with money and status could learn it and write official documents, things like that. So then we call this 부익부 빈익빈. 빈익빈. 자, 이게 무슨 뜻일까요? 부익부 빈익빈. 자, this also is Sino-Korean. 부 means rich. 빈 means poor. So this means the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. 부익부 빈익빈. 이 심해졌어요. 네. It's so what did the big man Sejong do? What did big man Sejong do? Big man Sejong developed Hangul, the Korean alphabet system. The Korean alphabet system consists of consonants. 가나 다라 마파사. You thought we were done? 아자 차카 타 파 하. 자, and some vowels. 아야 어여 오요 우유. So these characters here form the foundation of Hangul. This is a phonetic language system. What does phonetic mean? It means if you know the sounds of these letters, what letters you say here on Instagram? Well, head on over to YouTube. I literally wrote these letters out for you. So phonetic just means if you know the sound of each individual letter, you can you can sound out any word you see. For example, I know this letter is a B sound, is a B sound, and this is an U vowel. So even without knowing what this means, I can read it. 부익부 빈익빈. That is what we mean by a phonetic language system. How is this man not laughing at these comments? I'm sorry. I'm mainly looking at the YouTube comments. So if you want to be witty, if you want me to react to your comments, head on over to YouTube where I am, where I'm engaging with my audience. Here you're just here for the filter, right? Anyway, so big man Sejong, big up my man, my king Sejong. He made this language system. 자, what did this allow? Now anyone, because it's an easy system, anyone, farmers, manual laborers, 국밥 shop owners, anyone, literally anyone could learn to read and write the system. This meant that Korea was able to advance a little bit more efficiently. And if they can do it, so can you. If those uneducated Koreans back in the day learned this language from scratch, so can you. Welcome, Miss Amethyst Nu, to the YouTube live. So, mastering this, prostitutes, yes, even the prostitutes, even the poo shovelers, even the non-Korean teachers, pimps as well. We do not discriminate here in Korea. Gynecologists, anyone could learn to read and write, and this did many things. No filter here. Yes, welcome to the land of no filter. And if you guys want to see me without a filter, then head on over to our YouTube live. It's the same shit, but you get more. You get to see me write things. They could all read. Yes. Mexicans, if they learn Hangul, only if they learn Hangul. And who better to teach you Hangul than our very own Bumsem? He already had his first class yesterday. That doesn't stop you from joining the other ones starting next week. What about the left-handed people, the asexuals? Man does not. The big man, King Sejong, did not discriminate. He made a system for everyone. I want to learn your language. Well, you've come to the right place. We have many, well, just 2 amazing Korean language teachers. So come, okay? Anyway, okay, so tip number 1, learn these characters and learn how they fit together, because this will let you read anything. So, for those of you who know how to read Hangul, here's a challenge for you. What does this say? Here's what this. Look at this. Learning how to read Hangul can get you so far. Size are really small. Confirm on YouTube. 자, if you learn Hangul, then exactly, Hafsa 씨. This can let you read anything. Now you know where the Korean 발음, pronunciation of English comes from. This can let you read anything. Okay. Hey, 안녕하세요, 티네 씨. Welcome. Yeah, there you go. Now, if you know how to read and write Hangul, you're ready for the next step, the starter group course, learning essential phrases and phrases to get you started. Very well done, Tara D. Well done. This can let you read anything. Exactly. This is the beauty of Korean. To understand this, you need to know 2 languages. You need to know how to read and write Hangul, but also you need to know English to understand what it means. This can let you read anything. But if you know how to read Hangul, at least you can read it. Okay? 자, tip number 2. Tip number 2. We learned that the big man King Sejong was a king. But you know another king? I don't know if I'm spelling this right, so someone, I always get this spelling wrong. So someone let me know if this is right. Repetition is king. Repetition is king. 자, you know how easy Korean is? I don't know. I don't need to know how many I's are in repetition. Is it? Repetition? 자, anyway, 반복 학습. 반복 학습. Mine was false. Oh, okay. 자, we've got a new king. This is why English is bad. No one knows how many I's are in there. Ain't nobody got time for that. No, 반복 학습. Learning, repetition is key. Okay. So, whether you're in class with us or whether you are learning by yourselves, self-studying, repetition is key. Repeat the same thing over and over again, many, many times. But here's the real tips. Everyone knows repeating things is good, but you've got to do it out loud. Out loud. You've got to say it. If you're learning this word for the first time, then you've got to say out loud, 반복 학습. 반복 학습. It's one thing to think it in your head, and then when you try and say it later, it comes out like 반복 학습. Yeah. We don't want that. It sounds different when you say it out loud versus when you think of it in your head. So, say things out loud and proud, just like your farts when you're alone, right? Just like when you fart and then you want the entire world to say it, to hear it, say it out loud and proud, okay? Just not enough to shit your pants. But anyway, say it out loud. Key number 2, this is another tip. You can write it on your hand. Write on hand. So what do I mean by that? When I'm learning Hangul, pa, na, I'm writing that on my hand as I go. This helps visualization when you see it, and also there has been a proven study. I can't state any sources right now, but there are studies that if you write things on your hand as you memorize new vocab and things, it'll help you memorize things much faster. Okay, so write on your hand as you're studying. 반복 학습. Okay, easy. So repetition is key, but gotta say it loud and proud. Exactly, Billiana 씨. Everything sounds perfect in my head also, but then I try and say it out loud and I go repetitis. Oh shit. Well, that was completely wrong. No, when I was learning this word, I said repetitis. Said it wrong 10 times before I said repetition, and I got it right. Right? Not repetitis, repetition. So say it out loud, and if you can, just with your finger is fine. Write it on your hand. Okay? 타태유 씨 오랜만이에요. I was wondering where you were, but you were in the hospital. Oh, how are you? Did they say you're getting better? 자, tip number 3. 3번. Tip number 3. Focus on listening. Focus on listening. Focus on listening. 자, why listening? I say because it's much easier to get exposure to speaking, to situations where you can speak, read, and write. Those are always readily available. But even when we're teaching, we tell you, hey, can you try and say hello, my name is Min in Korean, right? So then you see it on the screen and then you try and figure it out, right? But if it throws you off when you hear Korean without any aid. Not AIDS, aid. So when you hear Korean without any aid, then it can really throw you off. So focus on listening. I mean, obviously, podcasts, dramas, movies, they're all good. But you know what the best thing is? Studying with a real life teacher or studying with a friend or a language exchange person, right? So those are all very good. But if you're studying with songs or when you're studying with dramas or podcasts, what can you do? Transcribe what you hear. Okay, especially in the earlier stages of your learning, you don't have to understand everything. Okay, you just have to listen very carefully and write down what you hear. And then if there is a transcript available for you, then you can compare. You know what to do if you don't have a transcript readily available? You can ask your teacher, hey, I transcribed this. How accurate is it? And then we, as the amazing teachers that we are, will be able to help you out. Right? You don't have to understand everything. Obviously, it's good if you understand things, right? But better to transcribe. So, for example, 여러분 안녕하세요. 저는 민쌤이고 오늘 한국어를 공부하는데 도움이 될 만한 팁들을 가져왔어요. 그것들을 여러분들과 공유하려고 해요. Let's say this is a podcast. Okay? Then you guys will listen to that audio 5-10 times or as many times as it takes. Slow it down if you need, but you gotta transcribe what you hear. Okay, the understanding comes after. Okay, that's not to say tip number 4 you should neglect talking. Don't neglect talking. Don't neglect 말. That is where we come in. We are Mallo Academy. We are an academy that at heart teaches through words. We teach you natural conversations, conversation-based Korean. If your goal is just to get good at Korean, make Korean friends, maybe you have a Korean lover, then and you just want to be natural, then we're your guys. That's not just Anyway, so don't neglect speaking. Okay, gotta speak regularly. That is why instead of one class a week, you've got to increase your exposure to Korean. Maybe, ideally, 5 to 6 times a week. Okay, doesn't have to be like crazy 5-hour-long sessions. These can be broken down into like 5 minutes or 10-minute sessions throughout the week, just regularly, if ideally once a day, where you're just speaking in Korean. Limit your English, okay? Just speak in Korean. But I don't know any words to speak in Korean, you say. Well, that's okay, because you have the power of Konglish. Konglish means Korean plus English. Gives you this monstrosity, Konglish. How about them apples? Them apples indeed. Yeah, Konglish or Spanglish. No, not Spanglish. I don't know. So the abomination of Spanish plus Korean, whatever that may be. Right? What is Konglish? For example, for example이에요. 저는 now speak 콩글리시로 speak 할 거예요. 이상하죠? 저는 한국어를 하는 것 같지만 English speak 하는 것도 같죠? 가끔 가다가 English words가 들리죠? 이런 식으로 모르는 단어들을 words that you don't know를 대체하는 거예요. Okay? So speak in Korean, keep the grammar, but substitute the words you don't know into English. Okay? Substitute words you don't know into English. Sub words into English. Okay? What you don't want to do is stop at every single word that you don't know and and not complete a single sentence. Okay? You just got to get something out there. Be confident. Get ready to make mistakes. That is fine. Okay? Everyone makes mistakes when they first start learning. So you will make a million mistakes before you make one good sentence. Okay? But that is okay. That is fine. Okay? So that kind of leads into tip number 5. Be confident. Okay? No one expects you guys to speak fluent Korean. People in Korea, their standards of impressive Korean is very low. 되게 낮아요. 그래서 한국에서 in Korea, if you go into a shop and say 안녕하세요 사장님, one person이에요, that 사장님 is probably going to be like, Korean 어디에서 배웠어요? They'll be absolutely amazed at your Korean skills. Oh, Mallo Academy에서 배웠어요? Well, 제 Korean 너무 good이에요. Yeah, like this. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. That is good. That is good. So be confident. Just say what you want to say and make mistakes. That is fine. That is fine. Okay, can you give a tip to remember the numbers? Not in this class. Maybe after I'm done with this topic. So you gotta stay tardy for a little longer. For some reason, I'm studying Korean with German base too. There are a lot of Korean words that have a German base, like Arbeiter. That's the only one that I can think of right now. But yeah, we have a lot of German-based words. So Hedi. Are you learning it with a German base because you speak German, or is that just you being weird? Which is also okay. We accept all weirdos here at Mallo Academy. If you want to learn from another weirdo, we got you. We got you. Messe. I'm not German. Okay. Also, last tip. Accountability. It really helps you on your journey to have other learners. Miss. Whenever they're miss. Did not know that. Thank you. Accountability. Learn with other people, or at least interact with other Korean learners. Okay, keep them. I can't even speak properly, but get other learners to keep accountability for your learning. So if you miss a day, they can be like, "Hey, what the hell? What the hell? You didn't learn anything today. Why is that? Let's speak some Korean today. You and I do our 5 minutes of Korean today." Right? Accountability. That doesn't mean you can shit on other people. Accountability can just be things like posting in our Discord chat. Hey guys, guess this new word. I learned this new word today. It's called 자신감. Do you guys know it? 저는 자신감이 생겼어요. Things like this. Okay. So updating other people on your journey, having them give you a pat on the back, giving yourself a pat on the back, but also having fun while doing it. This is all good. So interact with other Korean learners, become part of a community. And where can you find that community? Here at Mallo Academy. Okay. Can you tell any app to learn with native Koreans? Well, there's no, we don't have an app, but you can learn with Mallo Academy. We offer private lessons and group lessons. We tailor each lesson to you guys. The group lessons, there is a curriculum, but for private lessons, we tailor each one to you guys. We message privately as well, so that you introverts can get things wrong with confidence also. Okay. Yeah, so these are 6 tips for you guys to learn Korean more faster and effectively. The biggest one, honestly, I can give you is to have fun, take it at your own pace, right? No one expects you to run before you can walk, and sometimes it can take years for people to start walking, and that's okay. It's not a race. Enjoy the process. Enjoy being able to get things wrong while you still can. Because let's say your Korean journey leads you to a job in Korea, right? Imagine that. Wow, what an achievement. But then you don't have the luxury of getting things wrong anymore. You now have to be really good at Korean and not get things wrong, right? So as learners, you guys have the luxury to get things wrong. Get things wrong with confidence. Don't let mistakes shake your confidence or your enjoyment of learning. Okay. 저는 내향적인 사람이라서 친구가 없어요. 그냥 우리 한국어 선생님들은 우리 친구들이에요. 맞아요. 저희가 타태유 씨 선생님이자 친구죠. 괜찮아요. 저희랑 같이 공부하면 빨리 늘 수 있을 거예요. 네. So enjoy your journeys. Keep us updated on your journeys as well. You know, that's what we're here for. Yeah. If you have anything to be proud of on your journey, hey, I learned this new word today, 선생님. You know, we're all ears. We love to hear what you guys have been up to. Okay, guys. 감사합니다. 감사합니다. Anyway, let's talk a little bit about what you guys want to talk about. So, now the boring part is over. Is Bum still in the chat? I'm kind of scared he's going to tell me off. But numbers, Korean numbers. 뭐가 있을까? If you know how to speak like Chinese or Japanese, then the numbers are very similar. Like 2, 3 is 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, right? They're all very similar because they're all Sino-based. They all stem from Korean. Oh, crap. Oh, shit. Bum. I didn't say it was boring. I didn't say the boring stuff. Anyway, so no. 뭐가 있을까? 재밌는 easy way to memorize numbers. Unfortunately, it's just memorization, I think. Like, how do you know 1 is 1? When you learn numbers in Korean, in English, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11. Like, why is it not 10, 1? Right? So 20 is 20. But then why isn't it 3T? Why is it 30? Like 20, 3T, 40, 5T, 60, right? It just makes sense. But then no, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, right? Bit weird. The problem is that you have 2 ways to say the numbers. Interesting. When to use Sino and when to use native. Oh, this is a good topic, and I do want to save this for a future live. So if you want to know the answer to this, Terry, subscribe to Mallo Academy. We do lives every Wednesday and Thursday in Korea time. So make sure you hop onto this one. Maybe I cover this next week. Okay, because this is a very big topic. I will cover this next week. Okay, so there will be a live at this time next week on YouTube and Instagram. So tune in for that. Okay, yeah. Why isn't it 3T? Who made English? King Sejong. Gotta do the same shit for English speakers out there. I don't know. Just random 30. Where did the third come from? Right? Why is it 10? Why isn't it just 1T? 1T, 2T, 3T, 4T. Makes sense. It just makes sense. I will try it because in my country it's midnight. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, you can look back at our lives. They're all recorded. So tune into that. Also, at 11 o'clock Korea time, 11 a.m. on Thursdays, I also play a game on YouTube Live. So tune into that if you had fun. Stay turdy. Okay. Anyway, I have been holding this shit in for so long that I need to go and relieve it now. So thank you all for tuning in. I hope you have an amazing day today. 네, 타태유 씨, 저도 이제 갈 거예요. 감사합니다, 여러분. Have an amazing day. Hope you have a great week, a great weekend, and I will see you all next week. By the way, last plug, group courses have already started, but if you want to start a little late, if you're okay starting a little late, I will drop you a massive discount so that you can hop on. You'll have fun. We teach the classes ourselves, myself and Pomsem. And we have fun while doing it. You'll be able to link up with other learners as well. And our group is an amazing group of people, a group of learners. Okay, so sign up for the group course. Sign up for the private course if you're too shy. We also teach one-on-one. That's also fine. And Mallo tour. If you're coming to Korea in October, or you know someone who's coming to Korea in October, sign up for the Mallo tour. For more details, drop us an email or a private message or on any of our channels, and we'll give you more information on that as well. Okay? So 감사합니다, 여러분. Have a great day. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.